All right, good evening. This is May 18th, 2023. Doing a recap for some of my trades I took today and just really talking about what was happening, what we're doing, and or whatnot. All right, so we had this triangle that we formed yesterday and then carried on into today. There's some things that happened that I completely forgot about. We're in a very narrow state, and this was essentially breakout mode. Um, when I was trading, oops, when I was trading, I I got distracted by this sell-off here. In fact, I actually took a short in the overnight here, and just before the market opened, and I got out of it because I thought, what am I doing? If I'm going to take this short, my stop needs to be around here. For all I know, this is probably not going to work out right now. We have such a big rally, so we've not really gone down as we should. Let me wait to see how the market opens. The problem with that is that created a short bias, and of course, I don't really have a good sell signal um, as a result. I'm just going to take these contracts off. Okay, so at the open, I went short below this bar, even though it was a really, really bad sell for two reasons. We have tails below the bars, and it's below the moving average in a trading range. So we need to be selling high, not selling low. You have a very big bull bar, and you're getting two tails. So I took this sell and I held on to it. While I was in that sell, I then now opened NQ or MNQ rather, and I started doing dumb things. Um, as you can see, lots of confusion over here. First went long, and the reason why I went long was because I saw this and I thought final flag probably going to sell off. And this has happened a few times where you have a final flag and then we rally, and I always forget that. I always forget that we could still get a rally, but we'll get a deep pullback. So I got confused, and I was looking at so many charts. I was looking at the tick chart for this. I had a 6K tick chart on here as well. This is MES. Put on MNQ, and I had a little bias as well because based on, if you notice, we have a bull channel here, and then we've kind of overshot. So I thought, oh, if we overshot, we're probably going to come back down. So I let my bias affect me. Didn't even see this wedge bottom, and I wasn't reading what was going on here. So was this yesterday or today? Yeah, that was today. Yeah, I wasn't reading it. I was definitely not reading it. I saw this and I thought, well, maybe it's a breakout. So for some reason, started going short. Then it went up. I thought, okay, this is a wedge. So I sold more and I got into a really large position. Then we obviously got to break even. Didn't take my profits. Instead, I thought we would go lower. It didn't. We went higher. And at this point, I took a big loss here. Um, anyway, so I came back to ES and I noticed that we had this breakout bar. And as you can see, I added some more shorts here from what I had it here. Because my whole plan was already, or should I say, my whole trading idea was messed up. I wasn't reading what was going on. Did not see this as a breakout. Just saw this as a wedge. One, two, possibly three. So this pullback, and then I saw this breakout here, and I thought this is a double top. We're getting a nice breakout here. I'm just going to exit, take the loss. So I'd taken two big losses. Um, and that just kind of got me really, really, really upset. Um, I had to really relax, and it got me upset because I realized that I was doing something I I've done before, which is not really waiting for price action to play out, especially when you're getting this tight trading range here after all this. Um, and I think what had, like I said, what had distracted me was the fact that all I was seeing was this. So I thought, okay, this is one final flag. Maybe it's the last push and we're going down. But I ignored what could potentially happen. We could test this high. We never ever tested the Globex low. So that was another thing. I thought, okay, fine. we probably will get to this low, so this high, so we're gonna break this low. So that's actually why I stayed in, and I stayed in for a while till this breakout. I kept on seeing these bars, and I thought one, two, probably wedge top, but I wasn't getting the, I said there's too many bull bars here. I'm not seeing what I want to see um, for a wedge top, and this looked too big. And I thought by now the bear should have sold. If we're going down, they should have sold by now. Um, so instead, I just got out. Then I went long. Added and added here. Added some more. I started buying closes. Added some more here. Got out most of it here. No, added some more here. Then got out most of it here. Got out some more here. And I started to see this bar go down. And I went long again. No, I think I can't remember. I went long again. No, I think I was still in my longs. Yeah, I was still in my longs, and then I added some more here, and I got out of everything over here. And then it just dawned on me. No, but I went long again. Sorry, this is not in order. So I did get out. I was still in some of my longs, and I remember when I was holding, and then it was when I got out over here, which was stupid because there is a moving average here. I have a bad cold. Yeah, we have a moving average here. And then I got annoyed at myself, so I went long again, and then just targeted higher day. Because I just thought, okay, do you know what? Let me just get out higher day. And I didn't take any more positions, but um, at this same time, as juncture, I was also long on NQ, MNQ. I where was it? Yeah, so I went long on MNQ. I had a bigger position, and I actually wanted to go a bit higher. And I think I was still affected by what had happened here, so I tried to make it all back here. And I wanted to hold this, and I thought this had taken a while. MNQ is so weird. In the last minute, you could get this big, massive push. This was just chopping around for a bit, while ES was, well, you could see it was forming bull bars, and this was still doing this. And I thought maybe we're trying to get down, and we're probably going to get down here, just a double top. But as such, it didn't happen that way. It kept on going up. Um, Anyway, so I made back all my losses. If that's the way, I always say never look at it that way. And I just stopped for a while, and I kept on watching the market. Saw this wedge, and I was like, oh, I should take a short. But I was talking to a friend at the time, and by the time this bar was forming, I was like, I really want to take this short. I really should short below. I can't find a bar to short. This is too big. The moving average has a tail. It's probably testing this low. For all I know, if this is such a strong trend, we may get up. We had this, and it just kept going lower, and then this went sideways. So I'd missed it. Then I now saw, first of all, we had a double bottom, and I was like, I can't buy this. This is a bad buy signal, so I'm not going to do it. And then, of course, we have a wedge. 1, 2, 3. And I thought, oh, this is a wedge. Possible 50% pullback, because this is so tight. So we could get a 50% pullback. But I wasn't sure, because I thought maybe there's a higher low. But then there's a bad buy signal, so maybe we'll get a second leg down. Saw this big breakout, and then I went short, and I found myself trapped. And I did not like the fact that I went short there. I did the same thing here, and then I got out of my shorts here. I think I just panicked. And then I noticed it was coming down. I started shorting in and shorting in and shorting again. And then just scalped it because of the bad loss I took, and that really upset me. Held a bit. Got out. What is this? Yeah, I got out most everything else here. Then I went long here, and then got out just slightly above. And the reason why I did was, at this point, I'd already decided that I wasn't trading well. I didn't like the fact that I'd taken this bad trade here. Didn't really follow through on this. I haven't really been sort of taking these swings as I should. I didn't follow through on this, so I just thought, screw this, forget this. Even though as I got out, I was like, I bet this is going to rally strong, and it did. Um, the same thing here. I went shorts, but in this one, I stayed in my shorts, held through this pullback. It came down, took some off, and then took actually no, yeah, I got out completely, which is weird. because I thought, ugh, I just don't, I'm not ready to hold this thing. And then of course it went all the way down. So now we had a wedge, one, two, three, and then one, two, three. I went long, even though I had already said I would stop trading, and I did go long, which was stupid. And as I said, I went long on NQ as well, and then made some money, just a tiny bit, and then just decided I'm not going to. I'm not. I'm really not in the right mindset. Although this is a good setup as double bottom, higher low, possibly going higher to test higher day. And then I almost jumped in here, but I just decided no. I'm not going to trade after this bar, about bar 50 or something. I'm not interested. It's already done for me. I've made some good money today. I'm just going to let it go. I want to get to the point where I could trade this leg and possible this leg, but I haven't yet gotten there where I would hold through. Let's say I shorted here, hold through this pullback because I'm convinced we're going to get a second leg down. And even if we test this, we're going to get another leg down. I haven't yet reached that point where I'm ready for that. Um, Even though as the day is unfolding, I see it, but I'm not yet at that point where And it's funny, I miss a lot of trades like this. It happened yesterday. I went long here and dilly dallied a bit, um, and this was a bit different. Actually, when I went long, I was concerned that my daughter was screaming over my ear, and I just could not trade with her in my head. So I got out just little above break even. I don't know what this is. At the open here, I went short, and the reason why I went short was because we've had a tight range here. It's the top of the range. There's a big gap up, so chances are we're going to pull back, which is exactly what happened. And it was difficult trading this because I had someone who was yelling and screaming. She's still a toddler, so that really sort of affected my read. So I held this, and I was really targeting this area. I really wanted to get out um, at this close. I wanted to put my order there, but I was trading on my iPad, and I couldn't put the order in around this price. So when it got down here, this bar closed here, I just got out. I saw it tapped this level, and I just thought, well, it's tapped it, so chances are we're probably not going to go below it. We could get a bull bar here, so I'm just going to get out. Then I saw all this happening, and I thought, oh gosh, how am I going to trade this? This is complicated. This is a bit weird. It looks like a bear trap. After a trading range and a major trend reversal, after all, this is a wedge. 1, 2, 3. So chances are we're going to form a breakout. I didn't think we were going to break out this much, but I knew we were going to try and test this high, and I wanted to get in somewhere. I had friends who had gotten in, but what had stopped me, as I said, was I was distracted, so I couldn't take this. I didn't trade this day because I was on a plane to LA. But yeah, so as I said, I've missed a lot of these because I always get to this part of the day where when the yellow dot shows, I'm slightly exhausted and not really in the mood to catch the second leg move. I need to plan this, especially if I'm not going to, if I should try, if I can just focus on one chart, I guess it might be a lot better. But because I was focusing on two, I think that's what kind of threw me off today. All right, so all in all, had a good day. Tomorrow we'll see if we can trade. Sorry, tomorrow we'll see if we can trade a lot better. All right then.